What's his name? I just met one of your editors. Oh, shoot. Oh, well.
Justin Bieber.
Yes.
Can I see that?
He's so cool. Yeah. Tell him Dave said hi.
I will.
Looks good. Can I keep this? Thanks.
If you're in Los Angeles and you're interested, give me us an email at info@ and you can be our guest. I actually wasn't going to do that. Oh my God, that's now on tape. Oops.
Well, I'm in the elderly recluse phase of my career. I don't like leaving the house. In fact, even today, I went upstairs. When I start shaving, my dog gets really upset because he knows that
You're leaving.
that I'm leaving.
Well,
It's a sense of duty, really, for your dog.
Well, yeah. I mean, you realize they become like surrogates for your children, even before your children leave, because they outgrow unconditional love long before they leave the house. You just gotta.
my girlfriend and I, who Mark knows, we have a dog and a cat, and we were packing the other day. I just got back in town, and as soon as we packed like a suitcase, Cooper, like
The wiener dog.
he gets depressed, he climbs into it. But luckily, our dog's in good hands.
Didn't Chelsea come dog sit?
She's there right now. Yeah, so it's great.
My
She's
daughter,
been texting me pictures.
My daughter's dog sitting for this dog.
Oh, cool.
See, we can't fake the friendship. It's
No way, man. In fact, your kids have become some of my closest friends in LA. It's pretty great.
Griffin is a friend of his.
Yeah, really close friend.
Well, I think they're closer in age to you than I am.
Sure. And
Are they really? I don't even know how old you are. I look damn good for
The camera's on, just so you know.
I thought totally agree. Nobody ever gives their right age. So
Is that what they say?
You know, the problem is that I first was interviewed when I was 17, and who cares? You're going to live forever.
You're up in the air. I'm 21.
But on a serious note, especially for women, it's harder for women to age in Hollywood, where at 30 they think you're old.
Yeah.
It's shocking. But it's just a different frame of mind. In New York, stage acting, they're much more flexible in that regard. Of course.
Well, Mark and I mean, we both come from like a theater background, and we talk about that all the time. But yeah, women who want to go in the film and television angle of things, if they're not in LA by 25, they get told that they're not going to make it, and I think it's really sad.
Only because I know that Theo's going to come around and he's probably going to go, are you guys promoting the movie? Because otherwise, we'll get for coffee.
We'll talk about it.
Let me ask you about, were you both at the Comic-Con screening over the summer when you screened Sushi Girl?
We were there. I didn't stay for the screening.
Oh, okay.
Did you?
I stayed. Yeah, I was in the back row.
Okay.
Waiting for my part, so I could
Gauge the audience.
Yes.
But it is very
Hey, did you like that?
to see it with a live audience. That's why, even though they're releasing it on video on demand, if there's any chance for you to see it in the theater, I think it works much better.
Yeah,
It's a much more immersive experience. You're communally in a dark room. There's no pause button. You can't watch it with the texting and all that stuff. I mean,
Some guy said to me the other day that movie theaters are like the next jazz club. And that made me very sad. I was like, no, we got it. But this is a great film to see in the theater. It's like action-packed. The performances all of them are amazing. But Mark's is just
I love its brevity too. It doesn't take a half an hour to get to the end of Act 1.
Okay.
It gets on, establishes the premise, gets the characters on, and I mean it's surprisingly brief. I think it's only 92, 97 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about your characters. Mark, you play someone named Crow, and you look very different from how we typically see you.
Well, it was a radically different character than I played before, so I thought it should have that same kind of effect in terms of these visuals. And my initial reaction was, how about if I shave my head bald and have one of those Van Dyke kind of beards and an earring? And that got thumbs down from my wife, which bugs me because Griffin's been bald. He just shaves his head whenever he wants to. He doesn't come and ask us permission. But I realized Tony Todd would be bald, and you wouldn't want that two in the same, just almost to be almost comical. So I thought, how can we go in the opposite direction? That's how we eventually got to where we were. But
the first time I met Mark, he was in that look, and it was a little intimidating as I'm walking by. And Destin was the producer on set was like, stay away from him because he's really mean. No, he was in the zone, and he was dressed in like a jumpsuit because he's getting ready for a big heist scene.
Yeah.
Which
Was that your first day?
Was when we were talking in the hotel room, that scene. And so everybody, I was scared to choose.
And now, and being from a theater background, and in a movie where you do it, little teeny pieces, and the characters to that point had been very sort of monosyllabic. I mean, it wasn't great. Tony has a speech about his father and so forth, but to that point, no one spoke more than 2 or 3 lines. But David comes in, and I love a day like this where all I have to do is polish my gun. I think I maybe had a line or two.
You're making fun of me too. He's sitting in a chair, polishing his gun, making fun of me, while I have to deliver this 3-page.
I think there was an ad lib in there going, oh, not this story. Yeah, whatever. I love this story. Whatever it was. But and then David comes on, he's got 2 full pages, maybe 2.5 of solid dialogue. So I really had to stay in character because I started slipping out of character and becoming just an audience, which is okay if the camera's not on me.
Right.
But it's a remarkable achievement, number 1, and he just nails it. He did so repeatedly and would do nuances that weren't in the previous take. I don't know how I would have chosen, but it was endlessly inventive and highly entertaining. And I say that selfishly because you get to the point where you just want to enjoy yourself, and I'll never forget you did a great job.
Can you give us a little background? You play Nelson, right?
Yes. Nelson's the driver for the crew.
Okay.
Mark's kind of one of the psychos of the crew, but I am the driver for the crew. And the fun thing about this character, which is really exciting, is he's never given the props that I felt that Nelson feels he deserves. So in this particular scene that you will see when you see Sushi Girl the movie, Mark's character Crow and the others are preparing for a heist, and I'm giving them I have a lot of opinions and theories about how best to prepare for a heist. And needless to say, the fates may not be on poor Nelson's side. You got to see what happens.
Cool. Well, let me ask you how you guys got involved with the project.
They sent me a script. I read it. I said, I can't do this. It's horribly violent, and I don't know. I had other things that I was thinking I was trying to get done, so I thought this would be. Anyway, I didn't give it the the focus I should have. And then what happened was, my wife gave it to my daughter to read, Chelsea. We kind of get something back from 4 years at USC. And she's a smart girl. I mean, and also Griffin read, because I said, it's not exactly torture porn, and it's not violence for violence sake. It's just so sordid. Yeah. It's just really, and in a nutshell, first of all, Griffin said it's not that bad. It's more like Reservoir Dogs than it is like any of those torture porn movies. So that was a relief, because really I am sort of the demographic. I'm way out of it now. I mean, I don't even know what young people like. But Chelsea read it and she said, you're always complaining that you don't get to do character parts except in animation. You're always saying, why don't I get up for those Philip Seymour Hoffman parts? Why don't I get considered for what Steve Buscemi gets? And she said, if you turn this down, I don't want to hear you bellyaching about that anymore, because this is as far out of the your comfort zone as you're going to get. I thought, well, I should reread it this time. Instead of reading it as Mark Hamill, I said, I should really get into the head of Crow.
Oh, yeah.
Who is just this sadist. Just a really, he's really bad news. And out of his mind, really. And when I did that, it almost read like a comedy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I just saw it as more, this is nothing. I mean, to him, it's nothing. But what I did gain in appreciation the second read through was what a well-balanced ensemble it was.
Okay.
Each character served a function, and it didn't interfere with the other characters. I wasn't jockeying with Tony,
Right.
you know, and he was the only one I really knew his worth.
Okay.
I didn't know Kern Saxton. I really didn't know anybody else except for Tony.
Okay.
And I said, well, he's money in the bank because he's got this gravitas that just won't quit. He's got such dignity and presence that I could see, I could almost form a character based on how I imagine he would handle Duke.
Like what you knew he was going to do.
Exactly.
Sure, yeah. And he did it. He delivered in spades. He was amazing.
It's one of the best things I've ever seen him do.
Yeah.
And he really deserves great credit for that. But another thing I saw was the humor the second time through.
Okay.
It's mean-spirited and sardonic, but in something this dark, you need to have that kind of lightness.
Yeah.
And even in this rivalry I have with Annie McKenzie's character, our characters loathe one another, but it's humorous in a way.
But audiences have been laughing at all that
It's
stuff.
so
It's great.
childish.
Yeah.
I know.
They're like two grown kids whose toys are weapons.
Infantile,
Yeah.
exactly. And they're supposed to be grown-ups.
Yeah.
But even his monologue is just riddled with dark humor.
Yeah.
Especially the seriousness with he delivers his story. It's very funny.
Cool. Well, thank you.
Oh, it is.
Thank you guys. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, let us know when we can see it. Thank you.
You can see it later. Are you enjoying Mitt Romney as much as I am? Wow.